Hello everybody, my name is Predrag Danicic and welcome to Bitcoin AI price prediction. Last time I recorded video on 13th of November 2025. For the record and just for the reference, price was somewhere about here, and back then I was telling you that it is time to sell your crypto. Like the same thing I was repeating, you can watch all those videos, there is not many of them, but all time I was repeating same stuff, that especially I think since 2025 I was saying that all the time, especially since May, if I remember properly. I was telling you that you should sell your crypto and that most of the bear market will be over before you even realize that you are in bear market. Now, many of you realize that we are finally in bear market, but good part of the bear market is over. We already fell 52%, or we are currently how much? 46% since all-time high, and if we go another 46% from all-time high, we will be at 35,000, which is possible, high possibility that somewhere there we will end up that we will hit eventually the bottom. I was not writing a lot on my Telegram channel, BTC AI price predictions. Let me open new window. I was not writing a lot here. By the way, this is the Telegram channel where my bot is free for use. You can join anytime you like. And remove emojis. Okay. And only time I was writing something here was during this drop. This drop here, you can pause and read the message. The message was written during this big red day, 5th of February. I think I wrote this, yes, 5th of February. This is the only time when I wrote something. The rest is script is predicting and trying to predict what will be price in 30 days from current date. If it is above 50%, then I consider script bullish. If it is below 50%, I consider the script bearish. It is just regular neural network, nothing special about it, nothing fancy about it. But let's do something else before we continue discussion. Where we are here actually. If we compare this bull market with previous, this is the first stop, this is the first stop, this is the second top, this is the second top, and let's just copy paste the bar pattern. This is what I wanted to show you. As you can see, this bear market for now is much more brutal than previous one. If we are in like previous bear market, now we would be at $83,000 and about 20% above our current price. If in order to come back on the track with previous bear market, we would have to go straight for about at least 2 months, and which is kind of expected, and next big drop should not happen before May of 2026. So what I'm expecting for intermediate future. First, I'm expecting recovery similar to this recovery, simply because a lot of people sold in short period of time, and it is only expected that we see some kind of reversal and that we see big liquidation of short positions. And after that, this rally will be sold again and we will continue our drops before we start final capitulation, which can include anything from Elon Musk bankruptcy, Sailor bankruptcy, or I don't know what not, maybe some recession, world-ending event, China invading Taiwan, something like that, which would finally mean which would signal the final, how to say, drop in bear market. This is what I wanted to tell you. I will just talk a little bit about AI script. Yeah, one more thing. Because we have this situation in Middle East and possible war with in Persian Gulf. So if those things can have a short-term but significant and sharp effect on the price. So my opinion is the safest thing what you can do right now is just stay in your USDC, and if you see really big drops like above 10% drop in one day, at the end of the day you just buy it and sell at the end of the next day. That's all what you should do. Of course, if you are doing that, do it with small part of portfolio, and that's it. And if you and vice versa, if you see 10%, okay, but if you are already in USDC, you cannot sell if when you see jump of 10%. By the way, when this counter rally comes, many people, it will not reach the price that you are hoping for selling. It will not reach this price. When counter rally comes, it will not reach the price that you are hoping for, that it will reach for selling. It is just how market works. If it would reach the price that most people are hoping for selling, that means that we are still in the bull market, which we are not. But hopefully people are starting to understand that I have opportunity to say, yeah, 15th of June 2025, I was telling you that I sold my all crypto assets. 5th of April, time to buy Ethereum is today, April 9th. What was Ethereum price of 9th of April? Let's see. April 9th, right here. I think this is the one more reason that you should be subscribed to this channel. I'm not making a lot of videos, but I'm making them only sometimes, simply because let's talk about something else. As you know, I made this AI script. This is neural network that is trying to predict future price of Bitcoin. It was trained on the data up to 2024. And after that, I'm just letting it run. I did not done any retraining. I am planning to make newer version with more neurons, and hopefully it will be a bit more accurate. Let's just see. 181 times was correct in 2024. I'm just doing recap since it was 2 years since I started this. So let's see what was. And 184 times was wrong in 2024. Let's see how it fared in 2025, but in 2024 it was basically 50-50%, nothing special. 100 times it was wrong, and 260 times it was correct. I will leave you to calculate all those results and select. Okay. In 2026, every time it was correct. So as the time passes, even if it doesn't rain, it is becoming more and more correct. Why it is like that, I don't know. It is part for debate, interesting debate I should add, but that's there was one more thing. Ethereum, show the list of training. Yes, it's time to show you Google document and to close this video. So you will have a link for this Google document in the description of video, but as you can see, script was, this blue is the script, by the way, and their prediction. Yellow is, was it correct or not? As you can see, When it is 1, it was correct. When it is 0, it was not correct. And green is the price of Bitcoin. And here below are the dates. This is graph from start of 2025. As you can see, as Bitcoin went about 100,000, it was almost all the time it was bearish, and it came to extreme bearish phase. It was almost 17, 16, 20 through 3% when Bitcoin was hovering around 89,000. But as we started dropping and as we fell below 70,000, it became bullish again. So it thinks that in 30 days from now, Bitcoin will probably have higher price than today. And I kinda agree with it. I also think that we will have relatively soon BTC, US dollar, relatively soon some counter rally. Keep in mind we had a really nice rally in the previous bear market. For example, this one, which was almost 22%, then this one, which was also 20 something percent, and we had here jump of the price almost 11%. So, okay, here was also one relatively nice 24%, but then price dropped again, as you can see. So we will have previous bear market also. As you can see, when we fell from 20,000 to 3,000, we have also really nice run, 40,000, 43,000, 14,000, until eventually we got complete collapse of the price by how much? 50%. So you will have a lot of rallies during the next bear market, like you had this rally. This was really interesting rally from 85 to 96. You can say it was also 10% rally, so stuff like those will happen again, but overall trend over a long period of time, it will be downtrend and it will simply last. You can essentially go to USDC, save your money on your wallet and wait till the end of 2026, beginning of 2027, and then start buying. So that's it. Nice waiting and waiting for next buying opportunity, saving money for next buying opportunity. This is what was waiting for us in near future. If I see anything interesting in future, I suggest you just give me a second. I suggest you watch all those videos before, check them with the date, check them what I was speaking, and maybe you will find this channel interesting. You do the fact checking, should you subscribe or not on this channel. But that's all from me. Goodbye. My name is Predrag Danicic, and probably next call will be, I will record video from time to time, especially if Mike Saylor got bankruptcy or some big crypto fish. Like, we should also expect end of some crypto markets, bankruptcy of some crypto markets. Like last time, we can expect bankruptcy of MicroStrategy and some similar companies like MicroStrategy. We can expect even Elon Musk bankruptcy. So when stuff like those start happening, I will for sure be here to record video and tell you I told you so. But until then, I will also record video if I see some changes in the market from time to time, in order not to spam YouTube that is already full of different type of spams. Goodbye and see you next time.